Hey, True Believers England teen here. So, got a few comic book reviews for you. Gonna start off with Alien, and then I think I've got Catwoman, and then an independent comic book called Stray Dogs I want to talk about, and I think Generation Forged. I think that's the fourth one. Had it for a while. I know I'm a little late on it, but I just want to say a few words about it. So, there you go. I hope you enjoy. So, kick back, relax, let's get this party started. Look at it. Oh, that cover's beautiful, man. And Hyuk Lee, I don't know how to say his name properly, I guess, but oh my gosh. This is absolutely a gorgeous cover. Seriously. That is beautiful. And I hope you enjoy it, because nothing like this is in the book. Now, don't get me wrong. The art isn't bad. There's a couple of images. I love this one right here. And as we keep going, the next page has got an even better kind of image, and I thought, okay, yeah, with the voiceover that's going on here, we're cooking with gas. I mean, right out of the gate, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. And then for the next, I don't know, 22 pages, really, it's just talking heads. It is dull as hell. This was one hell of a boring book. I mean, it took forever for them just to go, you know what, this mediocre piece of crap will be good. I'm glad we're leading out with this on our first trip at Aliensville. That's what I'm assuming Marvel was saying. I'm serious. If you could imagine low effort and then go a little bit lower than that, that's this right here. It's absolutely a talking head book, and there's nothing being said that's interesting. Just to give you a little heads up, Aliens, the first 40 minutes is them talking business and talking Wayland and all sorts of stuff like that. They've even got one of these mid-credit thing, like, oh, here's our big opening. There was no big opening. There's no reason to have this in the middle and not at the front. It's not like you did a really cool thing at the beginning. Now we're going to actually start the real story, because it's all boring setup. It's got a good last couple of pages, don't get me wrong. I was interested, and I'm like, okay, yeah, if they had this up ahead, or I mean earlier in the book, I may have kept my interest up a little bit more. But as it was done, I couldn't keep my interest for that long. As I said, I mean, you're seeing the art right here. It's not bad. It's not a horrible book to look at. And in all honesty, I can't really say it's a horrible book to read. It's not like it's bad. It's not America Chavez. It's just dull. And sometimes that's worse. I mean, seriously, wouldn't you rather read something that makes you go, oh my gosh, this is horrible, than something that you forget the previous page? Seriously, as soon as you turn the page, oh wait, what happened? Maybe I should go back and check it out. I don't know. Look, here's the thing. I want to give Alien a chance, but I'm sorry, I can't. Why on earth would I pick up issue number 2? I know some people are like, well, I give it 3 issues. I give it 2 issues, 4 issues, 6 issues, whatever. No, I can't. I can't do it, not at these prices, especially. I'm sorry, but I cannot imagine I pick up issue number 2. Not unless it's on sale somewhere. This just did it. What a boring book this was. Okay, so next we're gonna go up with did it say DC Frontier? Infinite Frontier. Okay, it's Catwoman number 29, and I knew this was okay. We're going into issue number 1s basically, because this is supposed to be after Future State and all that. So how are they gonna handle Catwoman? It really does seem to just pick up from where the last one is. Ram V is the writer here. Fernando Blanco, the artist. It's actually pretty good art. I like the art. And there are things I do like about the book. I gotta say there were things that I didn't like. Catwoman hanging around the pool waiting for mission 1 to come through. I don't know. I never thought of Catwoman as the mercenary style. You know, let's have her go out and steal things because she saw in the paper, oh, the Cat Diamond is in the Gotham Museum. Yeah, I'd rather go to Batman 1966 to get these than this. Also, I'm not a big fan of the way she's drawn here. Once again, I don't know what's going on but I don't know. She seems boxy. Is it just me in the art there? Now, I don't mind her being short, as a matter of fact. I've seen her done like that. Eartha Kitt played her. She was a short woman. I don't mind her being drawn short. She doesn't have to be long and sleek. But I don't know. If you're not a Volvo, is boxy really good? Crazy People reference. Yes, I am so timely. The rest of the story is actually not bad. Don't get me wrong. This book is not derailed by this one scene. There's actually a lot of intrigue to this. There's a good mystery set up on this one, and you do have that sniper that showed up before Future State. So there's a lot to like here. Don't get me wrong. Just because I put down that one scene and it didn't sit well, as soon as Catwoman's in action, as soon as we're getting to the story and everything, I thought this book picked up. As a matter of fact, I don't know. I've got to read in a few more issues, but this may be better than it was before we went into Future State. But that just may be my opinion. I don't know. I'm a different breed of cat. Alrighty, good. Talk about Stray Dogs #1. I passed on this one. I seriously did. That's why I've got the blank draw it cover, because it was one of the only ones left. But written by Tony Fleeks, drawn by Trish Forstner. Okay, so I was at the comic shop, and the two young ladies who worked behind the counter were really saying to other people, "Oh my gosh, that was really good. That was really good." I passed it up because of the cartoon art. I was like, because anytime you see that kind of stuff, you get in your head what kind of book it's going to be, and it's usually the style of speech that would come from a blue-haired college student that kind of gave up on life because doesn't it suck so much for people who aren't them, and they're going to be the saviors. I didn't want one of those kind of books just told in dog form. But no, actually it turned out to be awesome. By the way, I love this right here. This is Oliver and Company. If you look at all the dogs there, they've got their, they've also got their mirror images in the Disney movie Oliver and Company. And it's basically about a stray that's brought in to this rescue home. This guy just keeps getting stray dogs. And we're in this universe told that while they do remember things like where their house is and who their humans are, and dogs have short-term memories. And she's being shown around the place by the dog here, and a memory triggers to a big twist that I'm not going to spoil here, but I will tell you is kind of interesting. And if this was where the story's going, oh my gosh, I'm very excited. I think that's this is kind of a cool book. The young ladies behind the counter at the LCS were absolutely right. I did enjoy this as they said I would. Very happy that I picked it up. The characters are well drawn, not just physically, but as far as character is concerned, we're actually being told who they are. Now, granted, they're dogs, and at this point, there's not a lot of motivation to do anything. As a matter of fact, they're trying to convince the new dog that she doesn't have to do anything. Just kick back, relax, enjoy life, because the master is a fantastic guy, and she should pay attention more to him. So yeah, that's basically. It's weird because I'm trying to avoid saying too much, but man, you should pick up this book. Now let's talk about Generation Forged. Okay, so I picked this book up, and the one that started off Future State, thinking that in some way, shape, or form, these two books, what was it, Generation YZ? I don't know what it was called. Anyway, in this one, we're supposed to tie into Future State, and there were going to be wraparounds. That's the way they were selling it, ladies and gentlemen. No, I'm sorry, it has nothing to do with nothing. It really doesn't. I don't know. It's not bad. I actually think I'm tougher on this because of my expectations as to what it was supposed to be rather than what it was. And I gotta say that's on me, or maybe it's a little bit on DC and some on me, because you can't really do that. Look, I did like the wraparound story. I did like finding out who the villain was and what the villain's motivations were. Commandy comes off pretty well. Starfire comes off pretty much as a militia biatch. And, yeah, I mean, otherwise, there's some good things to be said about this book. I did enjoy the stories. I did enjoy Starfire and Dr. Light. I did enjoy their time on Krypton. I liked the bit with Steel and Superboy. And it was really cool when, who was it? Zod Nemesis Kid, I think it was, that shows up for him. I forget who it was. But anyway, no, it wasn't Zod. But I think it'll pop up in just a second here because I think I did a little bit of each story. Either way, when I get past my own biases, the preconceived notions and everything, there is a good story to be told here. Is it worth the price of admission? What was this, $9.99? That's way too much. I'm sorry, this was not a $9.99 book. If it was 60 pages, okay, or whatever, 40, come up with a little extra story, break it down into 2, sell it as a 4-issue miniseries, so we're not paying so much, or at least we are, but it's in, we get a few more books out of it. It wasn't that great of a story to suggest a $10 price. With a $10 price, I can't recommend it. I mean, it's not bad, but not for $10. It's not $10 good, I guess is what I'm saying. So there you go. Those are my 4 reviews here. I usually line them up. So, okay, the best one from, was it worst to best? I do worst to best. Alien, hands down. Even at $10, I would recommend Generation Forge before Alien. Because if you're going to get both of them, if it was a single issue, it would be worth $10 to not have to sit through reading that book again. And then I would go with Generation Forged. Once again, not a bad story, just way too expensive for what you get. After that, I would have to go with Catwoman. As much as I enjoyed the story, as much as I actually liked it, it does have that one scene that bothered me, which Stray Dogs had no scenes that bothered me. It only excited me, intrigued me, and wanted me to get more issues of this book. So yeah, for me, in this particular video, the big winner was Stray Dogs. That's my opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. As a matter of fact, comment just to say hello. That helps out the algorithm, and I'm trying to get this channel going here. And it's, yeah, it's getting close. It's getting close. Alrighty, gang. Yeah, do that. Make sure that your notifications are set on all, and you click like, share, subscribe. If you don't mind helping out the channel, go on over to Ko-Fi or Patreon, links in the description below. Drop $1 in the till. Helps keep the lights on. Helps keep making videos for you. This is the way I was trying to make a living. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that. To everyone, all of the true believers out there, thank you very, very much for watching.